All right. Hi, this is Atticus, and welcome to part 5 of our playthrough of Railway Empire 2. We're playing the Steel Dragons DLC. We're doing the second scenario called Of Bicycles and Fireworks, which was located in northern China, and we started in Peking as our headquarters. Last episode, we knocked off the tools to Yinshan and the bicycles to Peking. And we opened up a new task list. And as I recall, it showed 5 tasks. Well, they've only shown us 1 so far, so I'm thinking there's 4 more after we finish this one in this particular set of them. So we've got 50,000 people in the Gansu region. Now, we had a choice between Gansu over here and Shandong over here. We picked Gansu, and then you notice we can't do this one now. So in Gansu, there's 2 cities, Jiquan and Zhengyi, and we just need to grow those. They're both like here's 21 and 21. They're both similar size level 2 cities. We need to just get one or both of them growing. Now, we've got some money. We're making some money. That's all good. And we've got a business opportunity, I think, somewhere. Yeah, right here in Huang. Let me make sure there aren't any others. Don't think so. And I should note over here for our city growth in this region here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cities participating. Although Peking is kind of done. Peking is at 100,000, and we're not putting a university. Sorry, it took me a second to think of the word. A university in there because we want to stop at 100,000. We don't want it to be the immaculate consumer and consume everything that could be going to these other cities. And we don't need it to be any bigger because at 100,000, you demand everything that the game would ask you to demand. The only thing I could say, the one trade-off I could see is if we continued growing Peking, it would consume items at a faster rate. And that could matter, but I don't think it will. And all things considered, I'd just soon get the city growth in the other cities, I believe. Now, what we are going to do, though, in Peking is something I should have done a little earlier. We've got an immigration office taking up the special building slot, and it's not really doing anything, right? We're not trying to grow, so we're going to knock that down and use something I never get to use because I never have a reason to. If I can find it, a museum can be constructed in cities over 70,000 citizens that increases the passengers who would like to visit a city by 20%. So we can improve our passenger. There we go. We'll put a museum in Peking, and that everywhere that it's connected up with passenger lines, they're going to get 20% more passengers, which will be great. Because now we can have lines like this one that's only making 51,000 with this train, and we can probably clearly justify making this 2 trains now. Okay, and then think about this impact, the fact that I had to make a bunch of changes. Let's see here. Let's just see, are all 3 trains? See, they're running almost full now, so let's give them another train. Okay. Oh, good grief. I did not think about this. I got too much stuff coming in there. I think we done these 2. Let's look at, no, that's the one we did. We added a train here. How about you? Is that the one we just did? Okay, those aren't quite full, so that's fine. They should be all right. And then I think we might have passengers going out. Do we? Out here. We do. And they're not quite full. We could run one more. Wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't hurt. Yeah, let's go ahead. All right. Might as well take advantage of it. If we're going to build a museum, we might as well take advantage of it. All right. And then we still have a business opportunity here. Now, I do want to get into gunpowder and fireworks because that's coming up. I mean, the title of the of the whole thing is of bicycles and fireworks. And you need the gunpowder for the fireworks. And I happen to know there's a task to do the gunpowder and a task to do the fireworks, sure enough. So we could certainly put something here like fireworks. I think what we're going to do, though, is wait for Tianjin to hit 40, which it practically has, or XIL, what do they have? They have we put in distilleries. They've had that rope factory that's been doing just fine. And you'll notice we use the nearness of view here. If you don't know the nearness of view, go back and watch that. In the last video, I had a link to the nearness of view as a design. And we used the nearness of view for these 4 cities, and you can see it's working beautifully. And we've got a 3-city cluster with pass-through warehouse here and another one up here, 3-city cluster pass-through warehouse. And how are we doing on the growth in the middle here? 61 with a decent rate. That's good. Down here, Yulin's not so big, but it's staying nice and full. And rope. Are they getting rope? Yeah, there's rope over here. Is it getting hemp? Oh yeah, sure. Well, that's seems a little strange to me. Why doesn't it have any? Let's see. There's tools, a lot of stuff. There's some rope. That seems strange to me. Seems like our rope should be producing or contributing more to society than it's doing. We need a half here, 1.1, and probably the same here. 0.7, 1.8. We need 2, and it's producing 1.2. Okay. All right. Now bump that up. That'll help these cities. And then we got to make sure that we're getting the hemp for it. Okay, that could be the problem too. Let me see. Where are you sending him? This was not what I was planning on doing, but you kind of go where the clues take you. So this one is going, yeah, this is going to Yinshan. And it's 17 days, so it can support a 2, no problem. I think that's what we need, isn't it? For the rope factory, 2, yeah. All right. All right, so we've got enough trains, we've got enough blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that'll grow. All right, now let's get back on task. We have to grow these 2 cities. Now, lots of ways we can do this. One is we could, I think I said at the end of the last one, the warehouse here, we could actually tap into that and run lines back and forth to feed Jiquan and Jiangyi from Yulin. Right? Because we got all that stuff being loaded into that warehouse. But on the other hand, if we look at the way it's set up, there's 2 cities here. By the way, their topography is a little nasty. You can see this is not, there's mountain above it. It's this city is up on a rise. You go down into a valley. This one is on a little bit of a knoll above that valley, with mountains behind it and above it over here. So I don't know about the track, but I think it's going to be a little bit squirrely. That's okay. We'll deal with it. So anyway, so say we got 2 cities here, but you got all this beautiful stuff right above them. You got sugar that we can found right here. We got grain that we can found right here. We've got bamboo down here, more of the chicken stuff, tea leaves. We've got whatever you can think of, and we have a meat industry right here. We want to get poultry going there, And that industry right there is what I think that's what is that? Candy factory. I don't know. We need that soon. Okay. Now, oh, here's sugar right here. So I think what we're going to do is have a two-city network, a two-city cluster, Jiquan to Zhangyi, and we'll connect through here, and maybe and yes, and run a passenger line into this freight station, which will work just fine, and make a connection here and connection here, and have a warehouse here. And we could consider putting Yinshan on this, but I think we'll just leave it at two cities. So I think we'll just have passengers coming out to complete that part of it. Yeah, all right, that's enough talk. Let's just do it. All right. So there's what I mean about the topography. See this? Look at this. We're on a very steep rise going into this city, and a relatively steep, not horrible rise. Yeah, pretty steep going into this one. So you're going to be running down here, if you will, and you have to come up a hill. So we'll have to work through that. So let's just do that. Okay, and I think the top will be freight. So let's just put a station down here on the bottom, and we need to align it with the slope somehow, or it's just going to make some horrendous track coming out of there. Now we could do some leapfrogging and run Zhangyi down here, but it doesn't look like we can get past right there, and you're still on the mountainside, so let's just stay right here. Okay. This is our passenger station. Let's make our passenger connection. I think running up in here would work through this gap and down here to this track like so. Don't love 8 and 7 degrees. That's a little better. Raise it up a little bit. That's a little better. And we could try. No, it just gets worse. Let's just do a bridge. Let's just flatten it out a little bit. Use a bridge to flatten it out some. This is I don't like freight's here. I think we're going to have some freight. Well, that bridge, maybe we can get under that bridge. We'll see. Let's build that and see what happens. So you come out of here. Up here. Like that. We'll give you some supplies here. And okay, there's maintenance here. I think to maximize these two, this line and this line, in other words, from this here to here and here to here, I think we'll make it a single line that goes to all three cities so that we can pick up maintenance in Yinshan, and that frees us up to put restaurant and post office in both of these passenger stations. That would be nice. Maximize the bonuses we get. Now, up here, maybe right there wouldn't be too bad. And come down. We're going to have to come off that hill somehow. Now, let's see. If we go all the way in, what does it do? It makes one big long bridge. Now, do we hate that? Well, yeah, we do. But sure would help. Okay. Double track this. Okay. And give them some supplies like there will do. All right. And here in Jiquan, we'll put in restaurant and post office. And then we can set our line. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Express. And 20 days, we'll put 4 trains on that, spread them out, and that should be a very profitable line. And again, it'll get its maintenance over in Yunshan. All right, good. So that's passengers now, and we're connected. Now we need to grow. That's the main reason we're here, to grow. Let's see. Okay, we want to grab this stuff. I would like to grab both of these, and we need to kind of be in harmony with the slope. So right there grabs everything. And I think we're going to run everything, well, we want poultry, we want the poultry going here to the meat, and everything else can go here to a warehouse. And I say here because there's stuff going to come from over here into that. Well, you know what? We could have a warehouse here and a warehouse here. Here a warehouse, there a warehouse, everywhere a warehouse. And we could run the poultry, and then into the warehouse we can run eggs and manure here. And over here we could run, and eventually sugar if we found this, which I think we will. And eventually a warehouse here that would pick up. You know what we could do? We could put the warehouse for Zhang Yi on this side and the warehouse here on this side. Got that big bridge. We could just go down and go under the bridge to connect. And I think that would make it easier if we then had this hooked over to bamboo, right? And what else do we need? Bamboo. We're going to have to bring some grain from somewhere else, like maybe over here to get this started, certainly until we get this thing established. So I don't think this is going to help us grow. Neither is that to get our original task done, right? So we're going to have to grab some sugar if we can from somewhere else as well. Maybe here. We'll run some sugar over here. Will we? Okay. Let's just see. See what happens if we put a warehouse up here. Oh, see how it's just falling off that cliff? Maybe like this. Huh. There's no good answer for this one. All right. I'll rename it after we decide we like it. So we come off like this. And we go down like this, under the bridge, and then work our way over here somewhere. So let's go see if we can, we can only put it here. Now we could leapfrog down for this, but I think that's okay right there. Let's just see. If we were to come up here and connect with that. it's not going to help us to go. I think we're just going to have to pay the piper there and have some slope and go down and under and over here. That works. If I had more patience with it, I'd work on it for an hour or two. But then you'd if you're trying to watch everything, you'd have to watch me do that. Who wants to do that? Okay, so let's match these up like that, like that. Why don't we we've got the money and the time. Why don't we go ahead and make this a 4. Like that. And up here, I think the same thing. Let's make it a 4. Or we could make it, a 2 and 2. Oh, that looks, it doesn't like that. That display's not pretty. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's make it a 2 and a 2. Nothing wrong with that. We'll just have a 2 here. See, it doesn't even like that. It's something about that where it comes off. It's a clumsy thing for this guy. So let's go up here. Oh, we already got that. So let's come down off of this. And we need to be about this level, which is up there somewhere. Okay. Okay. I don't hate that. There we go. All right. So, a warehouse here, a warehouse, and speed this up, and maintenance, and same thing over here. This will be ZHA Freight South. And this one will be JIQ Freight, JIU Freight North. North will talk to South in this one, in a rare instance. And it's going to have maintenance and warehouse. Now, this warehouse is going to have eggs and manure for sure, and we'll put sugar in there. I'll explain that in a minute. That has to be founded, but we'll put sugar in there. And then down here, we're going to have maintenance and a warehouse. And in this one, we're going to have grain, rice, bamboo, I think that's it for now. Yep. Okay. Maybe that's it. Okay. All right, we want to go to this. We want to go to this over here, the bamboo. And then we're going to have to bring in some sugar from here and some grain from here, I think. Oh, and we still got this. Oh, I don't want to lose this. Shoot. Let's see. We've got rope. We've got cloth. What would be good here? Do these cities need clothing? They start at 55. They'll need clothing eventually. Oh, I think one thing we could do is go here. In this warehouse, we could actually add clothing. Okay. Because the items, the clothing's over here, and we could have it ship over here from Zhang, and we could also have it ship up here from Huang, because we got the cloth industry here that's kind of not doing anything. So why don't we put in a clothing industry here in Huang for 521. Now watch that. Watch somebody put something in there right before me. Got it. Okay. We didn't have to reserve it. So we got a little clothing going on here. We'll automatically start bringing this cloth over here to this clothing, and in that clothing, we can take that line that we've got going up to Peking, the freight one. That guy, and yeah, he prioritizes steel coming down from Peking, but then he can take all this stuff back, right? He won't take that, but he can take tools and clothing back if we have some extra clothing down here. So that's okay. That's okay. That's a business, and we'll come back to that and try to optimize it later. But for now, it's a business. Okay. Let's get rice going in here. So it would be good and probably very clumsy if we could have this hook up with that to get the rice, because it's up here. Or we could do a separate station and have it come off that. Or we could run it on our passenger line and sacrifice the restaurant here and put in a warehouse that had rice. What do we want to do? I think I'd rather. I guess at the end of the day, I'd like it to be able to just talk to this. So can we do this? Can we do? I think we could go up like that and then loop back down. Let's do that. Let's follow the contour like this. Come out like that. Okay, that works. And then go up here and bump into this guy and then merge. And that didn't work. Come up through here like this. Doesn't like that. It doesn't like that. It doesn't like anything. So what if we build that part, and then try to merge? Well, I do want to merge. I want to use that track a little bit, but it doesn't like this. Why? Too close to an existing track. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Dump that. Dump that. There's something about the way this is built up. It doesn't want to let you build track too close to it. So I just killed all that track. Okay, come on out of here like that, and then go all the way up like that, and then merge. Okay, it'll do that. All right. So we're going to come out of this and share the passenger track for a bit. Come out to like this. Back like that. All right. All right, we got sugar down here. So we're going to have a line that goes from here to here. And I think we'll make it a 2 wide right here. Okay. And we're going to have a line from here to here, running sugar, or rice that is, 2 running full with a freight line, 10 days, beautiful. We've got rice coming in. Now up here we want, I don't think I built any of these, did I? No, okay. Here, we want to go here. We're going to run 3 trains, whether it's needed or not, because I want to prioritize the poultry on 1. And we could run 4 because of the sugar, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll all catch up. Okay. Then we want to copy that line, and we want to take that down a notch and prioritize the eggs. Put a train on it. Then we want to copy that line. Take that down and prioritize manure. Go. Now, if you'll notice, this guy needs 4 meat. They're going to come back from here, right? The meat will come back from Jiquan and eventually fill up that slot with the trains that we've got going down there. So that part of it's kind of done as far as city building goes, or founding that business. Plus, we've got our stuff coming down here. It's going into a warehouse. We need a train, certainly, from here to here, warehouse to warehouse, a freight train. And like it to hit like every 5 days or so. So we'll run a couple of trains on that line, back and forth. Let me look at supply towers. We need one on the freight line here. We need one on that line. And we really need one there. And this is kind of redundant, but that's okay. We'll leave it. All right. So that'll get us some eggs and manure and keep our meat going and get all that stuff over here to Jiangyi, which can send rice back in return. And we got bamboo. I think we can grab down here, or we can grab here. Let's grab this stuff down here, I guess. And let's put a station. Oh, maybe right here. Now, let's see. What these elevations, I wish I could tell which one I was on. Let's come out like this. And kind of swing down like that. That looks good. So we'll put put a building right uh, there, I guess. And then we'll take our track, connect it. That. Got some slope, but that's all right. Can't be helped. And we can go like so. And do a 2 wide here. That. Now this guy here needs what? He needs bamboo and rice and meat. I mean, we could just turn meat on in this warehouse. And it would only bring enough to go here. Most of it would go there. Let's just do that. That's an easy way to get that done. In our warehouse, we've got grain, rice, bamboo, and meat. Okay? That'll get the meat down here. And that'll get the bamboo and the rice. So this one will, over time, grow as we load stuff into this warehouse. So we're going to be opening this up as just a byproduct of the natural development of our two cities. Really the same thing up here to an extent. We'll go revisit that one in a minute. Now let's go down here and see if we can't get this bamboo coming up like this and into that warehouse. Would be beautiful. So let's go where we can pick up everything in case we chose to, right? Do we want that? Yeah, why not? Okay. So we go from here. We're going to go across like that. And then we're going to work our way over here and in like that. And yes, those of you who are actual train people who are into the real things, you couldn't do a train line with an 8-degree slope. That just wouldn't work, certainly not in 1900. But in the game you can, so here we are. Well, let me say it like this. You couldn't do it without a special train. It was geared and made, special train and track that was literally made for that kind of a thing. We couldn't run the trains we're running. They just would not go up that slope. They would slip and slide. And the main thing is you couldn't stop them when they were coming down off it. That would be the real problem, I think. It might eventually crawl up it, but how would it stop coming down? Okay, so here we go. Let's connect this to here. Okay. And we need some supplies on this piece of it. Right there. Okay. Give this repairs. And we'll start running from here to here, and the priority will be bamboo. That's all it picks up. I thought we had it where it picked up everything, and clearly not. But that, you know what? I'm not even going to move it because we really don't want the confusion. This is where we get our eggs and manure anyway. So just run bamboo, track 1, running a freight train, 17 days. I'm gonna put a second train on it just because we're also doing the growth with the bamboo and all that. So we need I'd like to get some extra going early. Okay. And then we got to figure out where's this track that doesn't have signals. It's not our main long line we built. Now there aren't signals here where it should be. And it's right here's the offending part. Okay. All right, so we got bamboo, we've got sugar, we've got eggs and manure. We need grain and or not. I didn't say. I said sugar. I meant rice. We got bamboo, rice, eggs, manure. We need sugar and grain. So these two are going to get built to be more efficient later. But we got to bring some over here to jumpstart this thing. So we've got to get some sugar in here. We got to get some grain. All right, so we need to run grain from here, I think. I mean, we could go up here, but I think this will be easier. And we'll just run it right through, whatever. So, how do we want to do this? If we could come out of track 3, maybe. Something's wrong. It doesn't like that. Doesn't like that. Doesn't like any of that. Okay, be that way. We'll just build our own station. And plug into the line like this. And let's get some grain going all the way over here to this warehouse. Takes about as good a route as it can take. And 40 days. Let's duplicate that, put a second train on it. So now we've got some grain running. Now sugar, we can come out of here. And we can go from here to here. And track 2, run full. And let's copy that and get another train on it. Okay, so we got some sugar and grain coming in to seed this, if you will. Now, to found this one, I think we figured out we've got everything, right? So eventually we'll have bamboo, we'll have rice, we'll have meat. Good. All right, that one's done, so to speak. And this one here needs bamboo. Eventually we'll get that. No, we won't. We need bamboo to run up here and grain to run up here. So the meat's already done. So this one needs some bamboo and grain to go up there. Tell you what we'll do. This is a little bit redundancy in terms of the purity of our growth, our design, our system design, but we will run. This now here's an example why I like to have the fours, because with the twos we can't go into this and turn and go back up there, and that's what I would like to do rather than building more track. But shoot, you can build more track. What is it we think we need? We need bamboo and grain. They're coming to this warehouse, so really the eggs and the manure are going to run both ways. This we'll see if it gets confused. It'll be interesting. I think we're going to have to go maybe something like this, and then uh, like that. All right. And then what we'll have to do is run from here to here, freight lines. And we could say don't bring the eggs and stuff down there, but that's okay. We'll just do it. And we'll run a train and maybe copy it and run another train, and it'll kind of run empty for a moment until we get some stuff in here. All right, let's just review this and see what we've got. We've got a city to city, 2-city cluster. We've got a warehouse in both cities. We've got eggs and manure coming down here to this warehouse, which will share with this. But we're also now have eggs and manure potentially coming down here directly to the city, which I guess is fine. And we'll find out. And we've got rice coming into the warehouse here. We've got bamboo to this warehouse. We've got some sugar coming from over here to kind of seed this to help this get started growing. And we've got grain over here into this warehouse to seed this, and also the grain is used to help build that and blah. And I think what do they use? No. And then we're going to grow this one by having a warehouse here that has meat on it, even though we don't need it for our cluster. And that meat goes down here. And then we've got the rice and the bamboo here that'll feed this one. And I'm missing one train for sure. I need a train going from here to here, a freight train. So to let this warehouse know that, hey, we want to take some stuff down here. And then eventually it'll just start bringing grain back. And the same thing here. We've got this set up so it'll kind of automatically grow. It'll get bamboo and grain from down here. It's already got its meat. And then when it grows and becomes sugar producer, then we'll have sugar here that we can pick up that will go to both cities, particularly to this warehouse here. Okay. All right, so that should work. That should work. We should have the growth done. So we need to think about what else do we want to get into. I'd like to get into gunpowder and fireworks, as I said. Now let's just see, how are we on? Oh, look at this business opportunity there. One there, beautiful. One there. Okay. Now, let's work our way back from the fireworks to figure out how does this work. So we've got fireworks. They want paper and gunpowder. Paper and gunpowder. Paper and gunpowder. If we put fireworks in Zhang and gunpowder in Baotao, we could do the paper and gunpowder going to Zhang to make the fireworks. We're already set up to go to Peking with the fireworks, which right now is the only customer for them. And the task will eventually be to take it there. You know it will. And I know for a fact that that's what it is. We've got a coal mine here we could found potentially. I think I like gunpowder here if I can confirm. Gunpowder is coal, saltpeter, and sulfur. We need saltpeter. Now, saltpeter is just manure. You take manure and you put it in a saltpeter factory and it creates the saltpeter. So we can have anybody, we need another business opportunity. I mean, Tianjin could do it, could make saltpeter. If we had Tianjin as saltpeter, Zhang as fireworks, and Baotao as gunpowder, then we'd be able to do all three. Of course, really, in almost any combination, but we need the sulfur for the gunpowder, and there's sulfur right out here outside Baotao. So I think for Baotao will be gunpowder. Okay. And I think we'll do saltpeter in Tianjin because it's easy to set up. Make however much we want, because it's a decent sized city. And then we'll go here to Zhang and we'll put in fireworks. All right. Now, after we did all that, what does that mean? Look here, we got Zhangyi growing and Jiquan declining. So what's going on with you guys? You got plenty of manure. You got your poultry, you got your eggs. Well, they've got stuff coming. They've got bamboo, they've got sugar, they've got grain coming, rice coming. It just takes a while to get all this going. And Zhangyi, we've already got it growing. And yeah, okay, so I think we're looking good over here. So back to our big thing here, gunpowder and fireworks. Let's go from the fireworks perspective. We've got a city of 42,000, which I think means a level 3 factory. Let me just see. What's our demand for fireworks? I don't want to go crazy here. 1. We have a demand in Peking of 1. Demand in Peking of 1. So why don't we target 1 to start with, I guess. And we can always bump it up. We're making 0.8, so let's bump it up 1. So 1.6. So almost wish I had a pen for this. Here we go. I'm going to write this down. So to balance this out, we need paper 0.8, and we need gunpowder of 1.2. Okay. Oh, and I just realized this saltpeter has to go all the way out here, doesn't it? Tell you what we're going to do. Let me think about this. Yeah. Let's go here to Zhang. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, let's just put in another station. We're going to put in a little fireworks station in Zhang. Okay. And this is going to be ZHANG, or no, sorry, GHA, follow among convention, freight west, new station. Give it repairs. Okay. We want it to be able to talk to the freight station in Tianjin and the freight station in Baotao. So we can build track that goes, that's easy enough. We can just go down here and grab this track, which has just proven to be invaluable, hasn't it? This freight line across here. We've used it for a lot of stuff. And run our line down like this. And it doesn't need to be that big. Go like that. That will connect to Tianjin. And then if we run it up this way, and bring it into this track, like that. Okay. That will connect it to this. So what I want to do is have a warehouse here. And in that warehouse, we want to put saltpeter. Actually, in fact, well, let me think. We don't care about paper. We don't even care about gunpowder. We just really care about saltpeter. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we want to be able to take saltpeter from Tianjin to this warehouse over here. So we're going to have a train that goes from here to here, and it's going to be a freight line, and we can have it prioritize saltpeter. And coming back, we don't really care what you bring back, except don't bring that. But it wouldn't because we're manufacturing it there to start with. So that's cool. And whoops, have a train run that. Okay. So that'll take saltpeter that we make and take it to Zhangjiao or Zhangjiakou, Zhang. And then if we have our gunpowder over here, if we have a gunpowder paper stuff, with a freight line that talks to Zhang directly, although we'll get some of this no, that's right. We don't have anything going to this particular station, but we can come out of Baotao freight. I'm not sure which is which now. Crap. Should have named these. In Baotao, this one is our passenger mail. This one up here is our freight station. Let's give it maintenance. And let's go expand it out a little bit. Let that train sneak in there, and there we go. All right, this is Baotou Freight North. Okay. So from Baotou Freight North, we want to take gunpowder and paper to Zhang, right? Where did Zhang go? Right here. Where did Zhang go? Sorry. And I think what we're going to do is have a train that prioritizes paper. And then we're going to copy that line and have one that prioritizes gunpowder. Okay. Then we're going to run sulfur into Baotou. Like that. And plug this into the correct socket here. Here to here, and here to here. Give it signals, supplies, and we'll run a train from here to here that carries sulfur. All right. Now, oh, and coal. We need coal here. I would like to found this. What's it need? Rope, meat, and noodles. I think we'll do this. Let's go right here with a station. We can run it into an extended platform of this passenger station here. And we can run some lines that are going to go through there to loop over there for the time being. So for him to grow, he needs noodles and 4 noodles, 12 meat, 8 ropes, okay? We've got our nice rope business over here in XIL. It's got some to donate. So we're going to run a train that carries 8 ropes over there. So we'll just run a train out of XIL, a manual. It picks up rope, and then has to have 8, and it goes to here, and it says it can't. Oh, here's why it can't. because these lines have to be shared, right? If I'm going to use this as a turnaround, and I am, and so let's do some demolishing, and let's just make this into a 4 wide station. Won't hurt a thing. And then we'll take this and go down here. And give it repairs, or supplies rather. And we'll put repairs here. Okay, now we can do one. We can do a line that goes from here, manual, that picks up rope, parting 8, minimum of 8, and it goes to here. And here it departs with nothing. And if we catch it in time, it'll never depart. But that will work. Boom. And it says it can't do anything, but of course we know it can because it's founding this business. Now, we need 12 meat and 4 noodles. Now, noodles are only found in Peking, I believe. That is a true statement. Okay. And they have plenty to share. So we're going to go Peking to here with a manual line. It's, oh, wait. I take that back. We're going to go Peking to Ulan to here. And in Peking, we're going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. We're going to go to Ulan and we're going to pick up 4 meat. There has to be 8. And in Peking, there has to be 4. Add the meat, go here, drop it all. Okay, pick up 4. You must pick up 4 noodles in Peking. Then you must go to Ulan. Don't drop anything off, but pick up 4 meat and go to Zhang Station and drop it all off. And we could probably then we could say go back to Ulan and come back here. And in this station, pick up 8 meat and here drop it all off. And that should finish founding that business. And we only need 1 train. Go. And yes, we know it's doing a funny turnaround. So there it goes. It's got its 4 noodles. It's heading to Ulan to get 4 more meat and drop it off. We're loading up our, should be loading up our rope here. There we go. We're getting our rope ready. So we're going to found that business fairly shortly. Okay. Now, now we've done all that. Let's figure out what in the world do we need for these businesses, the gunpowder. So the gunpowder, again, needs the 0.4 and 0.6, okay? And we should be okay up here. Paper is making 1.6, but who needs it? Paper. They need 0.7, they need 8, 1.5, we need that paper business to be doing more. 11 million. Okay, I think this guy will get the bit. Oh, what if he doesn't? We may have to watch that. We may have to put another paper business somewhere. Even like little Daytona. Oh, look at this. Look at the growth we're getting in these two with that weird little cluster we built and the growth we're getting here. Well, Wong isn't growing. Why aren't you growing? Paper. Man, I should have put paper in here instead of clothes, maybe. Maybe. Oh, look at this. Look at this paper industry going into Yulin. Isn't that something? Uh, Paper. Right here. Okay, we've got a paper business in Yulin. We've already got bamboo coming in. It'll start making paper. That'll get out to these three cities. In fact, we can look at them and see how much do they need. They need 0.6. We probably need 1.2, about 2 or 3. So our paper mill can be 3.2 would be beautiful. Beautiful. So we'll make 3.2 paper, and we could actually send some paper to Zhangzhou if we wanted to be certain about that. And there's lots of ways we could do it. And I think we could just go off of here. Why don't we do that? Why don't we? I mean, we could put another station here just to do that, or we could use one of these. Let's put another station. You can't have too many stations. Okay, let's go here. And we'll just do one train that runs full and it grabs some paper. We'll go up here and grab this track. Like that. All right. And then it's going to go over here. I guess we have to come off back here. Like this. Like this. Off the left side, that's correct. And then like this. Like that. Okay. And we're going to have a train that comes out of here, out of track 1, running full. Yeah, we'll do another manual. It's going to load up with paper. And it's going to go to, it's going to run full with, shoot. Going to run full with paper. It's going to go up there. And I guess we could bring back whatever. Unload that stuff. And bring back whatever you feel like. No minimum. Okay. Look at this. Seems like we should be done. 45.8. We got these guys growing, these guys growing. Beautiful, beautiful. Datong has grown up to 20. They probably hit 60 or plus, 60 plus. We do have saltpeter going here, don't we? From Tian. Okay, we're still gaining ground. 3 dots. Let's see what we can do. Revenue. What's that? The Jifang, 71,190 on a mixed train. 71 and 190 tractive. And what are we running now? We're running that Jihan or something like that. This one. 58. Ooh, 230 traction. Man, that's beautiful. This is way faster at 190. Is this better? 71 190 or 58 230. That 230 is beautiful. I don't even think this is that big an improvement. Revenue is always. Well-being, that would be okay. We were paying extra for that. Packages would be okay. Let's do packages for 200. You can't have enough money. Well, now this one, I think we've just overkilled this coal here. We just can't eat it up fast enough. Yeah, we have. This second train here, the reason it's missing supplies, it's not missing supplies, I don't think. Oh, maybe it is. He said. Put one there. I'm going to get rid of that because clearly we're not, this has been loading a long time. We don't need both these trains. So this guy here, make sure I got the right one. We'll get rid of him. Okay. Does anything come here? No. Is anything, what is heading here? That is, okay. So the rope, we'll watch the rope. It's that train there. We'll watch the rope and kill it when it makes its landing. Oh, you know what we'll do with it instead? There. Once it unloads everything, we're going to have it go back here. And get the meat. Have it go back and get 8 meat and come back here and unload it, okay? And then that other train that does the noodles meat and then more meat, we'll take the more meat off of it. So this will just happen faster because this one can start back right away. So this guy here, once you finish that unloading, you don't have to go back and do it again. Okay, and that'll get that one done. And here it comes into Jung Station. There, it's done. Okay. And we just need that one train to come back with the meat.
Our company has helped so many people make a life for themselves in the region. This has not gone unnoticed. The patriarch of House Sun has approached me with some ideas on what else could be done using our railways. He wishes to spruce up the country, founding some businesses and get the more rural town supplied with a variety of goods. In exchange, he would let us access his vast library of technological knowledge. Sounds like a fair trade to me.
Okay. So we already had, well, we finished that, and we already had 300,000 citizens. And he wants to found 2 more rural businesses, and we got 3 that we're working on right this minute. And we need 10 goods in Yulin. So Yulin has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What? Huh? It's got 10, doesn't it? Am I crazy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It makes paper. It makes this 10, 11. It's got like 11. This tea leaf business here, they're going to charge us $800 billion for that, probably. I don't understand why Yulin doesn't have its 10 right now. I don't get that at all. I'm going to let it run for a little bit. It's there, figured it out.
A wide variety of goods, just like the big cities in the east.
All right, so we just need to found 2 additional businesses, and we're already set up for that. This one is almost done. It's got 1 more train coming back, and we could, I guess, babysit these a little. Oh, we founded this. It didn't give us credit for it. Oh, man, we did it too fast. Crap. And then this one needs grain. You getting any grain? Sorry. Warehouse. Zhang Ranch. Is that? No. Zhang Ranch. Are you sending? Son of a. It's sending our grain to that stupid ranch. You cannot take grain. You cannot take rice up there. You cannot take grain. You cannot take rice up there. Oh, we have grain here. All right, we're just going to run a train with grain up here. It's going to run full. I don't understand though. How do we get it? How do we make it? See, what's happening? We've got this station that's connected to both these, right? The problem is it's taking the grain and dumping it here. I think we have to actually, this kind of sucks, but I think to make this actually work, we have to put a station in here, even if it's temporary, that the other, that doesn't talk to the chicken farm, the breeding ranch, whatever you want to call it. So I think we're going to put a station here, and we're going to go down here to this guy. We're going to run a line straight to that. We're going to run full. with a freight train and go. As soon as he has 8, he can run up there, and that one found that business. Our coal business is on the verge of being founded, so we should get credit for that one. And that would get this task done. Here we go. These 8 will finish off a task for us. Or finish off that one build. There we go. We founded that one. So we can get rid of that train. We can get rid of that, get rid of this station and that track. And now this guy should start jumping on with these to run sugar to these guys. And then, let's see. Yeah, they gave us credit for that. And over here, we need 8 meat, and it should be coming back. There it is, but it's lost. There, it turned around. I don't know how that happened, but here it comes back. Okay, when it works its way over to here, we're done with that. So we'll just stick around and see how that goes and see what happens next. And I just want to make sure we can't go here. Oh, what crap, we can. Oh, man. But it doesn't give us more tasks. That's interesting. There we go.
Is super solid now. Even the smaller countryside towns won't be lacking anything anymore. The patriarch is completely blown away by our work. He has even invited us to a great celebration to honor our cooperation. Only problem is, he is lacking the fireworks for it. Maybe we could help out a little? I know that shouldn't be our job, but better to light a candle than to curse the darkness, right? Let's see if we can't get some fireworks produced.
Okay, we got that coal, so we're going to run a train. We're going to take that train that's there and repurpose it again and have it run coal into Baotao for the gunpowder. Okay. And running full to Baotao. I don't know why it just took off right there. I guess I caught it in a funny spot. Okay. So it should be loading. Now we got a bunch of tasks. 80 bicycles, 4 with 90,000. Gunpowder, fireworks to Peking. No surprise there. All right, so next episode we'll work on all that good stuff. We did get a bunch of research. Let's get more packages. We'll get this train. That opens these guys up. We can get cheaper locomotives, I guess. So that did a little damage, I guess. And then next episode, we'll work on balancing all this out. The coal, we haven't been making gunpowder at all because the gunpowder factory hadn't had the coal, but it should have saltpeter and, yeah, it's got sulfur. It's got saltpeter on the way. And it'll have coal on the way from that. And we'll have to rebalance everything and bump it up 44 times and all that good stuff, and make way too much gunpowder and saltpeter and fireworks and all that stuff. And we'll do all that in the next episode, and we'll connect to our last little guy down here and maybe found some more businesses just to be doing it. And anyway, I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you saw something that'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.